Good morning, my dear students. I hope you all are doing well. So, continuing with the last class of our alternative English, let's start our today's class. Alright, so in the last class we discussed the first stanza of When Autumn Came by Faiz Ahmed Faiz. Alright, so little bit information we gathered, we come to know about the autumn season. All right, and whatever it's said about the autumn season, we can very much relate it to our to human lives also. All right, so for today's class, you do one thing: take out page number 10, that is one more time I will go through the first stanza. All right, and you just check out the lines. So this is the way that autumn came to the trees. It stripped them down to the skin, left their ebony bodies naked. It shook out their hurts, that is the yellow leaves, scattered them over the ground. Anyone could trample them out of shape undisturbed by a single moan of protest. Now, you see the last two lines of the first stanza. Alright, the last two lines are very important. Alright, so what it says here, one more time, let's go through this. Anyone could trample them out of shape. Now here it refers to the leaves of the trees. Alright, so what happens that during the arrival of autumn season, the color of the leaves of the trees, they turn into yellow. Alright, they become, start to appear, they start to become dry. And what happened? That the leaves, they fall from the trees to the ground. Alright, they scattered, they just scatter here and there, to the ground. And what happens when, the pedestrians, they walk through the road, then they walk over the leaves. Alright, that is on the road itself. What happens? They walk over the leaves, and that leads to the shapelessness of those leaves. Alright, so anyone here, anyone refers to any person. Alright, any individual. So what happens? That they could trample them out of shape. Trample, that means they crush them out. Alright, they walk over the leaves. Them here refers to the leaves, out of shape, and they make it out of shape. Alright, they don't remain in their original shape. Alright, that is what it refers to. Undisturbed by a single moan of protest. They can't raise their voice also. Alright, they can't do any kind of protest against the oppression that was being made over them. Trampling over the leaves. Here, trampling over the leaves here refers to the oppression, being oppressed by those slave drivers, slave owners. Alright, so if we try to find out the underlying meaning of this line, it means that, people who are living in authority, people who are in power, they have got the right, they can just trample, they crush, the lives of other people, who live under them. Alright, they crush their hope, they crush their dreams in the way that they want to, in the way that they wish for. Alright, so that is what it refers to. So these two lines are very important. Next, you see, the birds that herald dreams were exiled from their song. Now, it could be seen, in the autumn season, what happens during the autumn season? The bird, they are devoid of their songs. Okay, so the birds here, it refers, the bird is actually a symbol of dream, that herald dreams. That means who can foretell, who can predict, alright, in advance dreams. So they were exiled, they were being kept away, they were ignored of their songs, they were devoid of their songs that they used to sing. Alright, that means everything, comes to an end during the autumn season. Alright, no greenery could be seen. Even the birds, they remain silent. All right, and they can't protest also. That is what it is being said. They can't raise their voice against the autumn season. Each voice torn out of its throat. Each voice of the bird, each voice of the bird, their voice, they were being torn out of their throat. Why? Because autumn season snatches away their song. Okay, they become devoid of their songs. That is what it refers to. They dropped into the dust even before the hunter strung his bow. All right, so they, again, here it refers to the what? It refers to the bird. All right, so they were dropped into the dust. That means the birds. Here it refers to the birds. All right, so the autumn season, the autumn season does not give any kind of chance or time, to leave the land. Okay, that means what happens, that during the autumn season, many birds, they migrate to some warmer lands. All right, because we will see that after the autumn season, which season will come? That is winter season. All right, after the autumn season, winter season will come. So what happens to the birds? That they tend to become, they migrate to some other place. All right, in order to adapt themselves. So what happens? That is what it says, that the autumn season actually doesn't give those birds any kind of signal, any kind of time, any chance. They did not give those birds any chance to leave the land. All right, the autumn season did not tell them in advance that the time has come now that you must leave your land, you must migrate to some other place. So that means what? The arrival of autumn season is being described here as a sudden appearance. All right, it is being referred here as a sudden appearance. It does not give any kind of signal, any warning, any chance. Okay, so that is what it refers to in the last two lines of this stanza. All right, so I hope this stanza is clear to you all. If you have got any doubt, all right, do ask me, all right, regarding this second stanza. Now next you see, that is coming to the third stanza. Oh, God of May, have mercy. Bless these withered bodies with the passion of your resurrection. Make their dead veins flow with blood again. So here in this stanza, we can see, a kind of prayer, you can say, all right, prayer or a wish, a kind of wish, that is being shown, all right, in this stanza. The poet is praying to God. To which God? That is the god of May. Now, god of May is considered to be a goddess of fertility. All right, it is considered to be a goddess of growth. It is considered to be a goddess of hope. All right, because what happens? People keep hoping only, isn't it so? People keep praying only that good days, may good days come into our life very soon. All right, so in order to symbolize that hope, in order to symbolize that dream, all right, in order to symbolize that, liveliness into our life, that is why the poet is actually referring to the god of May. All right, and what he is saying, God of May, have mercy. Please have mercy on us. Have mercy on these birds. Please have mercy on our surrounding, on our natural world. Bless these withered bodies. Now here withered bodies refers to the natural environment, that is the natural surrounding. All right, withered bodies here refers to the trees, the leaves of the trees. All right, and the birds have also kind of what? They have also become withered. They are devoid of their songs. They are devoid of their hopes. With the passion of your resurrection, very important. See, you have here given the meaning of resurrection, that is renewal. In bracket here, of life and hope. So when it comes to coming back of life and hope, we can relate these words with our life too. Alright, as our life is always what? Based on hope, hopes and dreams. Alright, so that is what it refers to, that with the passion of your resurrection, because God has got every kind of passion. We hope and we think, we have this belief that, the Lord of the universe, that is the God, can do anything and everything. Alright, so that is why poet, that is Faiz Ahmed Faiz, is pleading to the God of mercy, and he is requesting him to make these withered bodies, make it full of life again. Alright, renew their life. He is pleading to God, to renew the life of these withered bodies, that is through the natural surrounding. Make their dead veins flow with blood again. Be it the dead veins of the trees, or be it the dead veins of the birds, alright, be it the dead veins of human beings, alright, be it the dead veins of the surrounding. Alright, so here dead veins actually refers to every form of thing and life, which has become withered with the arrival of autumn season. Alright, don't make this word limited to a certain kind of zone only. Alright, dead vein here refers to every form of thing and every form of life which has become withered with the arrival of autumn season. Alright, that is what it refers to. So he is pleading, he is requesting to the God of May to fill the dead veins, of those withered bodies with blood again, so that they can renew their life, so that the birds can sing their song again. Alright, so in this line we can see a kind of hope. Alright, that is the forecoming hope with positivity. Alright, that is what it refers to. So give some tree the gift of green again. Please fill those trees, with their leaves again. Fill those trees with their green leaves again. Alright, people, and we cannot, feel good to see the bare trunks of the trees. That is what the poet refers to. Let one bird sing. Let one bird sing. Alright, please give that chance to the bird. Give that opportunity to those withered bodies, to renew themselves. Let at least one bird sing their song, sing his or her song. Alright, so this is what the poet is pleading for, alright, to the God of May. So I hope these stanzas are clear to you now. Alright, so if you have got any doubt, you do ask me, alright, via call or by messaging me also. So this poem, that is I think the second poem, alright, the first one was the daffodils, so second poem is also completed. Alright, so let's wind up then for today's class. We shall continue in our next class. Have a great day ahead, and thank you very much.